everybody, it's Emily again from Primrose Farm, and today I am here with our Belgian draft horses. We have Bob here right now. Doc is inside, he's finishing up his food, and Bob and Doc are driving partners. Bob is a little bit younger, he's about 19 years old, and Doc inside, he's about 28 years old. They're both retired, so they don't work anymore, but they're just here to look pretty and visit with us. So draft horses, Belgian drafts in particular, weigh about 1,800 to 2,400 pounds. They're very, very big. And in order to measure the height of a horse, we actually don't use feet or inches like we do for other animals. You measure a horse by hands. So if you were to measure a draft horse, you would take your hand, start at the top of their shoulder blades, and you would work your hands downwards to the base of their foot. So Belgian drafts are typically about 17 hands tall. Now, like I said, Bob and Doc are retired draft horses. So what draft horses are primarily used for is carrying very heavy weights and pulling very heavy weights. They're basically our heavy machinery before we had tractors and plows and cars and all of those things. Now, if a draft horse is working by themselves, they can carry about 8,000 pounds alone. But when they are working in teams or when they're working as partners, they can carry about triple that amount. So they can carry about 24,000 pounds if they're working together. So most draft horses typically work in pairs or greater than that. The world record for the heaviest amount that a pair of draft horses has ever pulled is about 90,000 pounds. So it's very impressive. It was actually passed by an English breed of draft horses. But yeah, they are super, super strong, but also super, super friendly. Just like other animals, they have a very specific grooming and care regimen. So horses are oftentimes groomed regularly, and then they also have to get their hooves trimmed regularly. So every 6 weeks we have someone called the farrier who comes in and trims their hooves, because their hooves grow just like our fingernails do. So if they don't get their hooves trimmed, those hooves will start digging into the ground, and it can cause a lot of nerve and joint damage. So if you look over here, this is actually a piece of a horse's hoof. And they're even kind of shaped the same way that our fingernails are shaped when we're trimming our fingernails. So that happens every 6 weeks to make sure that they stay as healthy as possible. Now, before we go, I know we mentioned that we groom our horses regularly, and I have a couple of the combs that we use here to groom our horses that I'm going to show you. So these are both curry combs. Brushing a horse is typically a 4 to 5 step process. So this curry comb is the first step, and this curry comb would be our last step. This curry comb, you can see, has rubber bristles, and this is basically used in a circular motion to lift up all of the dirt and mud that might be stuck on their bodies. So I'm going to use this one first. We're going to go up to Bob here, and I'm going to use that big circular motion, and you can see it does a really good job of getting all of that dirt and mud off of the horse. Very satisfying as well. All right, good enough for now. So the second curry comb that we use looks a lot different. This is a metal brush that has very, very tiny bristles on it. And this is the last step that you would use for a draft horse. And this typically just adds that last final polish and kind of pulls the remaining dust and fur that's on that top coat off of the draft horse. So you just use this one very lightly on the top of the fur. You can get a nice, pretty, soft shine. All right, well, thank you guys so much for visiting again, watching another video, learning about the draft horses, and we'll see you again sometime soon. Bye.